For more on this story, we can bring in France 24's Wassim Nasr. Wassim, does this come as a surprise, this admission from the Islamic State group?
It's not a surprise. We were expecting them to claim responsibility for this attack, one of the deadliest against the army in Niger by the hands of the jihadis of this group. But in the same communique, they claimed also another attack, which is very significant too. They claimed the attack a few days ago against the prison of Koutoukale, high security prison of Koutoukale, which is only 45 kilometers from Niamey, the capital of Niger. And this is a very important prison. It's the second time that it's been attacked, first time by the Islamic State. And it's very important because we see that jihadi militants are putting into action their policy that they used to do in Syria, Iraq, and everywhere else, which means liberating their own from prison, breaking prisons. This attack failed, if you believe the information coming from official sources in Niger, because the guards had the information prior to the attack. But despite that, it still tells us that the scope of action of the jihadis is getting wider and wider in the region.
Now, what does this mean about the Islamic State group in the region in itself?
We have to remember that maybe we hear a lot today about the Islamic State in this region because of the setbacks in Syria and Iraq, so discovering other regions. But we have to remember that they are present there since a while. Remember the attack of Tongo Tongo too, where American commandos were trapped. Here's the footage of the... It's not the footage. Anyways, they were trapped, the Americans, they were trapped there, and 4 Green Berets got killed by the jihadis of Abu Walid al-Sahrawi. Abu Walid al-Sahrawi, who vowed allegiance to Baghdadi, and who Baghdadi mentioned him by name in his last video interview, saying that he's doing a good job, and asking him to attack the French military and French interests. Here's the video I was talking about. Yeah. We have to remember also that the same jihadis of Abu Walid al-Sahrawi attacked a convoy of the French army on the frontier between Mali and Niger, and that was a first too. So it tells us that they are getting more and more powerful in this region, despite the effort of Barkhane, which is the coalition of many 5 states in the Sahel region with the G5. With France, the G5, and despite the efforts of local government. We see them going stronger and stronger around Lake Chad, for example. We see Boko Haram also getting stronger and stronger in parallel with them. And one more important thing, we think that them vowing allegiance to Baghdadi is just a label thing or a propaganda thing. But you have to know too that Shikawo, who was head of Boko Haram, was put aside from power by Baghdadi, and he replaced him by someone else. And lately, a few months ago, Baghdadi replaced this guy by a new head, Barnawi, of Islamic State in Western Africa, so in connection with those jihadis of Abu Walid al-Sahrawi. So despite the geographical distance between Syria, Iraq, and this region, Baghdadi still has his say on actions in this region.
Okay, Wassim, thank you very much for the update. Wassim Nasr there.